A very good evening, viewer. You're most welcome to the NILE Cast only on West Nile Television, where we give you the daily news bulletins of the day, every day from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. My name's Okumaringa Christine. Before we dive into any of the stories this evening, let's first have a look at the news making headlines. In the headlines tonight, private schools outshine government schools in the 2023 UCE examination results in Moyo District. Angal SS student gets aggregate 10 in the 2023 UCE examination success story. And sewing machines donated to 8 secondary schools in Ajimani district. This and more in the NILE Cast News Bulletin. It's the 17th of February 2024. You're most welcome to the NILE Cast only on West Nile Television. Now let's dive into some of the stories of the evening. Edmond Mungutimu, the 17-year-old resident of Kituna Parish, Akoro Sub-County, Nebi District, emerged as one of the best students in the Greater Nebi region, in the West Nile region, with 10 aggregates from Angal Secondary School. One of our reporters followed up on his brilliant performance and his success story. Let's have more on that story.
When our reporter visited Edison Mungutimu to his family to find out how he managed to perform well, he took it as a challenge to continue with his further studies due to financial constraints, as his father cannot afford to take him to a better school like other parents do. A proverbial pitching match to see if his nearest opponent's version of growing up poor matches his definition of actually growing to a responsible person to become like others. Mungutimu narrated that he rarely had food in their house, but his results proved that success comes from grass to grace and even grass-touched house using a lamp to read his books.
I have completed my secondary education in Angal Secondary School as my O-level. For me here, I'm from a village called Angawang village. I am in a very poor background, and as for now I have got first grade with aggregate 10. Now I'm wishing to go for an A-level education, but the best school my father can afford is my former school, Angal Secondary School. Since we are in a very tight hardship, my father cannot get something to bring me to better school. But I think if with the people's support, I can go to better school. And what has helped me to achieve this one is God's grace, because I'm someone who is spiritually upright with the high potential for better education. And I think if I can be helped, I'll go for some better education somewhere else.
His father said he was not allowed to use electricity light to revise his books due to poverty and the location of his village 10 kilometers away from Parombo town. Mungutimu wants to become a medical doctor as he excelled in sciences.
I wish to become a doctor, since it was my priorities ever since I was from P1. I wanted to become a doctor, and as per now, with what I scored in sciences, I think I can do it. But becoming a doctor will need more funds to support my education, but it can be easy for some people who will help me. If someone is helping me, I think it will be easy, but my father alone, I don't think that one may happen.
However, Norbert Muber, a primary teacher and a father to Edison Mungutimu, attributed the success of his son to prayers and parental love offered to his son amidst financial challenges. Muber now seeks help from the government and well-wishers to support the education of his child.
To take him back to his former school, Angal SS, because that is where I can only afford. Because I have also other responsibilities, I have other children where I have to support them, and I take them to school. the only option is to take him back to Angal SS where I can afford. First thing in our priority was God. We really put God first, and then other things we did later, like getting some school fees from the little we are getting. As for now, I'm also a primary school teacher, having a lot of responsibility, and you know the little the teachers get these days. So we have been sparing what we get, and then we are affording to pay him up to senior 4.
On many occasions, parents of successful candidates, both in O and A level, have been lobbying for support, but less attention has been given to them by both government and well-wishers. Angowang village, Akuro sub-county in Nebi district, whereby have been trailing to get the best candidate who got aggregate 10 in the last year's Uganda National Certificate of Education comes from this village, as you can see. The parents are appealing to all well-wishers, non-organizations to come and support his child so that he continues with his education. Alfred Jawok, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories this evening. Private schools outshine government schools in Moyo district in the just released 2023 Uganda Certificate of Education results by Uganda National Examination Board UNEB, seeing the best school, St. Andrew's College Moyo, a private school, getting 62 first grades. Okumu Dominic has more.
After the release of the results, some of the schools that performed well in the examination took to the streets to celebrate their victory. However, the schools in Moyo district which took part in the celebration were private schools leaving behind the government schools. Mr. Dasman Taban, the deputy head teacher, St. Andrew's College Moyo, a private school, said the school registered 129 students and 62 got first grade, 61 in second grade, and 6 in third grade, saying this was as a result of commitment, dedication, and hard work among the students, the staff, and all the district stakeholders who had put much effort in improving performance in the region.
We have 129 students in the candidate class. They did well, extremely. We have 62 in first division, 61 in the second division, and 6 in the third division. This result has been as a result of commitment and hard work and dedication from our candidates, our students generally, for providing that conducive environment for the candidates. Our parents and other stakeholders in the district have been behind us for us to uplift the performance in this region and nurture the citizens of tomorrow that will serve this country.
Mr. Iranya Moses Vuni, the head teacher at Lefori Seed Secondary School, said they registered 53 students, of which no student passed in first grade, 7 passed in second grade, 21 in third grade, 24 in fourth grade, and 1 in grade 9. He adds that though they didn't get any student in first grade, he feels the students performed better compared to the previous year because his intention is to reduce on the lower grades, though the school still grapples with inadequate number of teachers, among other problems.
At my center, I registered a total of 53 candidates. Out of these 53, I didn't get first grade. We had 7 second grade, 21 third, 24 fourth grade, and 1 failure, division 9, totaling to 53. To me, this result is good compared to what we got last year for 2022. We had first grade, yes, but the number of failures were 9. This time we have managed to reduce to 1. And of the 7 for second grade, 4 are girls. This is very beautiful. I thank their parents, I thank my teachers, I thank all the staff and the political leadership in the environment here in the area here for supporting education.
Aloronzi Francis, A student of St. Andrew's College who got aggregate 25 attributed this to group discussion and constant seminars in the school, which prepared him for the examinations.
Generally, we were included in discussion groups. The teachers were also concentrating on us. They were giving us past papers. They were interviewing us, seminars, and actually seminar helped us a lot to really perform the way the school is right now. And they included us in discussion groups where each student will at least take a subject to present.
Peter Jennifer, also a student of St. Andrew's College who got aggregate 38, said she is very excited to be part of the great achievement the school has made and now intends to join advanced level and later study law.
I'm very excited today that the results were released. I never expected that our school could make a great thing, but we really did it. We really made great thing today. This is a very big record that we've ever had about in St. Andrew's College. And as for me, I got 38 aggregates, but I never expected it. I expected myself to do a greater thing than that, but I was a day scholar. But besides, I still got a great thing that I'm very, very happy about. I thank my teachers a lot for the effort they have put towards me.
Uganda National Examination Board UNEB released the 2023 results on Thursday, 15th February 2024, with the highest number of learners passing to move to the next stage of their education career. But in Moyo district, private schools performed better than the government schools, with schools like St. Andrew's College Moyo topping the district with 62 first grades, followed by St. Thomas Aquinas College RAP with 21 first grades, and Moyo Star High Secondary School having 11 first grades. However, some of the non-traditional schools under government didn't get many students in first grade, with Moyo SES having 4 first grades and Metro SES getting 1 student in first grade, something which needs concerted effort so as to change the performance of the learners in the region. I'm Dominic Anthony Okumu for West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories this evening. All students of Umpenjinji Primary School in Adrope Sub-County have gifted scholastic materials to the best performers in the recently released primary living examination results. The items costed around 2.5 million shillings and is meant to motivate these learners to improve on their performance in school. Onzima Alan reports.
All the students of Umpenjinji Primary School took the initiative to support the best performers with scholastic materials as they plan to join new level of education, that is secondary schools. Dranzowa Alice Maliama, the head teacher of Umpenjinji Primary School, emphasized on the performances highlights of the school for the past 2 years, which she said is at least improving. She further said the results are good due to effectiveness in teaching, early syllabus completion, among others.
2023, for last year, the summary goes as follows. Division 1, we have 2 boys. Division 2, we have 20 boys and 14 girls. Total to 34. Division 3, we have 8 boys, 10 girls. Division 4, we have 2 boys, 4 girls. Division U, we don't have 4 boys and we have 1 girl. And H, not there for both. Strategies for improvement of 2023 PLE results were as follows. We had effective teaching by teachers, that is syllabus coverage was completed in time.
Majuru Simon Madraru, the chairperson All Students Association, expressed his joy for the improvements in the performance of the institution and added that winning such award is a sign of support by the learners to their parents because it will reduce on the expenses for parents when it comes to purchasing scholastic materials.
When a child gets an award, that child has contributed to the parents. Whatever we are going to provide here today, the parents will not provide for these same children. That is support. If we buy a pen for this child, the parent will not buy that same pen. So we thank you very, very much for supporting your parents. It means you have contributed to the start of your senior ones. Congratulations.
Kenega Stephen Pili, Senior Assistant Accountant at Germany District Local Government, said they did this after realizing drop-downs in performances of the learners, and it's to motivate and inspire them to perform better.
We realize the school's performance has been dropping down because the school has been a star school in the whole district. But now, since it has been going down, we have been making initiatives to improve. So last year, at least the children tried, the people tried and came up with 2 second grades plus some 6 second grades. So we want to inspire them more, and we are big people. Now majority of us are retiring in civil service or in government service. So who are going to replace us? We want to encourage them and put pressure on them so they come up and perform better.
Mandera Dominica, old girl and head teacher of Wasit Secondary School, called upon young girls to take education seriously so that in future they can be responsible people.
I finished from this school. In those days, education was very hard for girls to attain, but still we were able to achieve this and move with those many boys. We succeeded in this background. Things were very difficult that time, and we feel very proud that we are successful now. And we want to encourage the young ones, me being a female. I want to see that more girls in the sub-county and in this area of ours come up and also be like us.
Peace Ushaki, Onjima Alan, West Nile TV, Nile Cast.
And more in our stories this evening. Schools in Moyo District have been warned against the automatic promotion of learners. This warning is issued by the Honorable Dr. Joyce Morikut Kandichu, the State Minister for Primary Education, who doubles as a woman member of Parliament for Moyo District, during a visit to primary schools in the district. Okumu Dominic reports.
The minister, who visited nearly all the primary schools in the district and donated textbooks to primary 7 pupils so as to help improve on the performance of the learners, also encouraged the primary 7 pupils to always impress group discussions among themselves so as to help them understand better. Honorable Dr. Joyce Moriku Kaduchu, the State Minister for Primary Education, who also doubles as the woman member of Parliament for Moyo District, warned schools in the district against automatic promotion, saying the Ministry of Education and Sports has stopped with immediate effect the automatic promotion of learners and now encourages learners to be promoted based on merit, which requires the learners to work hard, starting right from the registration of the learners to constant attendance of classes and continuous assessment so as to build their competency.
Take note, there is going to be no automatic promotion for all learners. Learners will be promoted on merit. If you have failed to meet the minimum standard for promotion, you have to repeat the class. And the standards, the requirement starts from registration, attendance of class, attendance. They have to have a roll call every day. There must be a roll call. A learner must attend 75% minimum. That means every day you must come to school. So one of them is the roll call, the assessment in class, participation in class, then the final, the formative assessment.
Mr. Mali Michael, the District Education Officer Moyo, said as the District Education Department, they used to implement the automatic promotion policy as directed by the Ministry of Education and Sports, but when the ministry released the 2023 primary leaving examination results, the First Lady, who doubles as the Minister for Education and Sports, suspended the automatic promotion policy starting from this year so as to allow the learners acquire some competence through assessments, which the Education Department is waiting to roll out in the district.
We used to implement the automatic promotion policy as per the ministry's guideline, but when the results were being released, the First Lady, also the Minister of Education and Sports, cleared us and told us that from this year onwards, she is suspending automatic promotion policy because a child must be promoted after acquiring certain competencies. When you encourage automatic promotion, you don't evaluate those competencies, you just promote the learner with weakness or without weakness. Although the original intention of automatic promotion is not that one. The original intention of automatic promotion is making sure all that the learner needs to move smoothly from one level to another is in place.
Mr. Dema Wilson, the district sports officer, who also doubles as a teacher, said he is happy that the automatic promotion policy has been suspended, saying it was one of the reasons why learners were not performing well, especially in the primary leaving examinations. He adds that scrapping of the policy will make them, as the teachers and learners, to work extremely hard in making sure that the learners pass genuinely.
So we have been talking seriously to all our parents, to all the teachers, and to the pupils as well, that you must work so hard and be promoted on merit. This thing of saying you have been in this class for so long, so you should be moved to the next class. But at the end of the year, the child gets a grade U, and this is very unfortunate. And I also am in touch. Indeed, it is correct that the minister is right to say that we should stop this issue of automatic promotion.
The Ministry of Education and Sports in 2021 rolled out the automatic promotion policy for learners in non-candidate classes to be promoted to the next class so as to compensate the time lost during the deadly coronavirus pandemic, which kept learners at home and idle for 2 years. However, the ministry has now performed a U-turn on the policy after realizing that most of the learners who pass through the automatic promotion policy cannot compete favorably in the national examinations, which has greatly affected performance in the country. I'm Dominic Anthony Okumu for West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
And more in our stories this evening. Forum for African Women Educationalists Uganda chapter and other implementing partners have donated sewing machines to 8 secondary schools so that students can learn how to make reusable pads in order to help the students at school and also help the adolescent girls and young women out of school in the district. Take a look.
Forum for African Women Educationists FEB Uganda chapter and other implementing partners have donated sewing machines to 8 secondary schools in the Adjumani district. With menstrual management being a challenge for most girls, Forum for African Women Educationists FEB and other implementing partners have provided sewing machines to 8 secondary schools to help them improvise sanitary pads to the girls in the district. According to Asibazio Nancy, the project manager FEB Adjumani, this project is meant to complement the government programs and ensure that the adolescent girls in schools learn how to make these reusable pads in order to help them at school and also the adolescent girls and young women out of school. She further highlighted that out of over 20 schools in Adjumani, they only targeted the government schools, and this include Adjumani SS, Alere, Mungula, Jaipi, Maji, Biaya, Ofwasid and Lewa respectively.
As we complement the government's efforts, we speak the same language. Our call to the health club members is that they should be able to take this very serious and make the reusable pads for them to use in school, but also support the adolescent girls and young women who are out of school within the school communities. So our hope as an organization, as FEB Uganda, is that they should be able to replicate or multiply these pads and then be able to give to the community so that the issues of menstrual hygiene become history in our communities, and the girls are able to comfortably attend to their lessons and, complete their education. So we're urging the club members to first of all take the initiative and make sure that the school community is able to pick a leave or get a skill to be able to do this for themselves. Because as an organization, we may not do this forever. So as a sustainability, we urge them to take this up and be creative enough to be able to support the other adolescents out there. We may not promise, but if there is need, we can always continue to think creatively and think of other interventions, and that's why we are asking them to use the available very, very productively, because we cannot say we're going to be here forever. Yes, the project is here for 5 years, but then what are we going to do differently after 5 years? You and I know that Adjumani has over 20 secondary schools now, including the private schools. So, but we're targeting the 8, these are government aided.
Richard Buambi, who represented the Chief Administrative Officer, Adjumani District, thanked FAWE for the tremendous support they have given to the adolescents in Adjumani. He further said provision of sanitary materials is the responsibility of the parents and guardians, but the opposite is true. He cited that most parents' negative attitude towards provision of these sanitary materials makes the children to struggle on their own in different ways to ensure that they provide these sanitary materials, which is not a good practice.
To appreciate the consortium members of the SHARE project for this courtesy, and more specifically FAWE Uganda for this very, 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 very important support to our children. You will appreciate that enrollment is always very high in lower primary, slightly low in the middle, slightly low in the upper primary, and it dwindles so much when it comes to secondary. And yet, upper primary and secondary, that is when our children are largely and mostly in adolescence, and grappling with the problem of menstrual management. Actually, it is one of the contributors to the high dropout and the high low completion rate. Parents, virtually, parents and guardians are supposed to take provision of menstrual hygiene management materials. It is the opposite. Yes, people give reasons, poverty and so on and so forth, but I want to think largely it is an attitude issue.
Mike Williams Dragulu, the head teacher Lewa Senior Secondary School, appreciated Adjumani District local government through the Education Department and FAWE for choosing the 8 as role model for implementation of hygiene. He said menstrual hygiene has been a very big challenge to the administration, and the support will help so much in solving this.
I'm so glad, and also I want to appreciate the district's leadership to rule the Education Department for having considered the lower secondary school and also the 8 secondary school SI model schools to implement this program.
Okware Emmanuel, the Deputy Resident District Commissioner, Adjumani District, expressed his joy to FAWE and other development partners for promoting menstrual health and hygiene. He urges that the beneficiaries benefit directly from the initiative and further called it as a way of giving the girl child confidence.
I am happy to have joined in this meeting this morning, at which FAWE and the other consortium members, Water Aid, FHI 360, Right to Play, have come to support the district in providing for health or ministerial health and hygiene management materials. And this is something that is going a long way in helping address the special needs of the girl child in terms of maintaining them at school and in terms of taking good care of themselves. So we are happy for this contribution by these development partners, and we want to salute you for this effort. The Deputy Cow mentioned at the beginning and gave a trend of how the girl child is dropping off from school, from primary to secondary, and this intervention is one way of addressing that challenge. The chairman has outlined a number of things, and I think we don't need to waste too much time here, but overall we want to appreciate the close working relationship we have with the partners who are addressing peculiar needs of the district. So we want to say we are open for this kind of...
Onjima Alan, Mukulia Lawrence, NILE CAST, West Nile TV.
And more in our stories, Yuma Amuku Manase, the clan chief of Aivu, was today enthroned as the paramount chief known as Agofe after the decision by the Elders Council. During the function at his home in Arua City, Yuma promised to work together with the rest of the elders in his administration. Farish Majid has more.
Yuma Amuku Manase, the clan chief of Aivu clan, was today on the 17th of February 2024 enthroned at his home in a private function as the fourth Agofe of the Lugbara Cultural Institution, also known as the Lugbarakari. The seat of the Agofe or the paramount chief fell vacant following the demise of Avutia Jason at the age of 96 years due to an illness on January 23rd of 2023 at his home in Vararua City. Ever since then, efforts have been made to replace the Agofe, with two of the chiefs showing interest in the position, and notable among them is Right Honorable Tuku Ismail, the Prime Minister, and Yuma Manasseh, the clan chief of Aivu. During the enthronement of Yuma at his home in Aivu Division as the Agofe, Ejiku Eli Emo, the chairperson Select Committee Elders Council, confirms that they identified Yuma as the ideal candidate in a process that was marred by resistance from some members.
We were enthroned on 13th of November 2022 as a Council of Elders, and our role that time assigned was to get the fourth Agofe for Lubara Kari. And when we started the work, somewhere in the middle there were a lot of ups and downs, so we delayed. And this is supposed to be two months work, 60 days, but because there was no will to get this Agofe officially, there was a delay. But as people who were entrusted to do it, we persisted.
Yuma Manasseh accepted the offer upon enthronement, promised to foster unity among the subjects.
I thank God. Just last 2 weeks ago, I received declaration. They have not declared me as an Agofe of Lubarakari. Together with my chiefs of Wora, chiefs of Teregu, chiefs of Aibu, who were together, but chief of Malta was absent without apology. So chiefs also seconded and declared me as Agofe. We went to meet Honorable Speaker, Honorable Prime Minister. He also endorsed, he supported, and I will try my best with the Prime Minister plus other members to see that government recognizes us, gazetted us, then we have support or hand or known by government of Uganda as a Lugbarakari.
You also asked the Lugbara people to be proud of their culture, as he hopes to promote the love and unity for the tribe in his tenure.
Some feel shy to see themselves as Lugbaras. No, don't. We never applied to God to make us Lugbaras. We will never apply. You are created as a Lugbara, Please be proud of it. We need that kind of thing among ourselves.
Yuma, who is still the chief of Ivu clan, is a retired teacher and the local government worker who served in various capacities. Yuma now officially awaits coronation before taking over other duties at a date yet to be identified by the Elders Council. Farish Majid, West Nile TV, NILE CAST.
And with that, viewer, that marks the end of the NILE Cast on your West Nile Television. Thank you always, viewers, for taking the time to be with us from the beginning of the NILE Cast to the end of the NILE Cast on your West Nile Television. Please stay tuned to the rest of the subsequent programs that may follow. My name remains Okumuringa Christine.